Eco time penalty. What? No time penalty. What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over the interior functionality of the Sync 3 system in the Focus ST. You can probably even learn some things if you just have a Ford in general with Sync 3, because I'm going to be running through the center stack here, so what you're looking at when you're driving the car, and then also the main 8-inch touchscreen that comes in Fords that are equipped with navigation and all that kind of stuff. So I get so many comments on my channel that are saying, how do you turn off this, or how do you turn off hill assist, or how do you adjust that? And really all you have to do is just dig through these screens. You'll be able to find all of that information. So I'm going to help you out with that today. Should be a good video. I was also kind of laughing to myself because I put my seatbelt on even though I'm not driving, just to mount the mic. But in case someone hits me, I'm safely in place, so we'll be good to go there. So let's jump into the video. First, we're going to start with this center screen. Okay, so looking at the center screen here, we're going to go ahead and start up the car so you can see what it's like when it starts up. The Rumble and the ST logo, 28,000. There's a little better if I'm not sitting it on top there. So, oops, turn that off. Okay, so there's the screen that you start up to. This is the screen that when I'm driving my car that I'm always on, because I like having the miles per hour there. It's just easier to be taking a look at that as opposed to trying to guess exactly what it's saying here on the speedometer. But overall, the gauges are very clear. They're nice at night, easy to see during the day. So let's take a look. It's kind of hard here finagling this, but so if we go to this screen and I press this over arrow right here, okay, so we're going to go over and we're going to go into the main menu. So let's see here. Okay, so we're going to click into trip 1. Just hit OK, and we're back here. So if you go down, the trip odometer, just hit, so let's say we want to reset. It just says OK to reset, so I'm holding OK, and it loads, and there we go, back to 0. So now down from there, you have your average fuel economy. It says 25.9. If you go over here, you can see there's a little over arrow, whoops, right there. So you go over, and now it says gear shifting anticipation speed. Gear shifting early saves fuel. Anticipation smooth. So it's just kind of showing you, giving you some tips here as to what you can do to drive more efficiently, and then just go to the manual for more tips. Okay, so now we're gonna hit the arrow back over. Gonna continue our way down. Instant fuel economy. As you're driving, this will change. This bar will go up and down as you're driving. Pretty straightforward there. There's distance to empty, trip timer, which I never use. And then this is a good screen as well. Just kind of puts everything out there for you. So yeah, and then back to this screen. So when I'm driving, this is the screen that I'm on. It's just so much easier to be able to use this as opposed to, again, looking at the speedometer. Had to turn some air on there. It's dying. It's 82 degrees out right now. If I do have a complaint, I wish the air conditioning had one less setting. Like, I'm on the lowest setting right now, but it's still like blowing kind of heavy, just like a half of one. That's what I'd ask for, Ford. Okay, so we went through that. So now let's go. We're gonna hit the left arrow again here. You can see there's a lady there in her pajamas at 5 o'clock at night. So now we're gonna go, trip 2 is the same as trip 1, but now let's go into information. This is where things get a little more interesting. Okay, so no active checks. My key is in my pocket. I have 2 admin keys. I've never looked at that, actually. All right, back over, and we go down to settings. Now, settings is where a lot of stuff can be answered for everyone here. So, driver assist. So here's hill start assist. This is where you can click on or off. You can see I'm clicking OK, OK, and it's on, it's off. So if you're not familiar with what hill assist is, basically when you're on a slant and you're driving a manual transmission, you know that when you get off the brake, your car drifts back. This car, the rear brakes will hold so that when you build enough RPMs and you're releasing the clutch, it knows when the car's going to release the brake so you don't drift backwards. It's actually kind of a cool feeling. My old Civic Si didn't have that. This car having that, it's kind of cool. I leave it on. It's just nice, one less thing to have to worry about when you're driving. I think it's a cool thing, so I leave that on. Driver assist, we already did that. Vehicle, lighting. I actually don't know what this is. I have no clue what that is. Left hand. Huh. I'm not too sure what that is. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. I should be the one knowing this. Rain light. No clue. This is a really helpful video, isn't it? Manual. Also do not know what this is. Auto lamp delay. What is this? I don't know. I'm leaving it how it is. I don't have any issues with it. Some dark stuff we're getting into. Display, navigation, info. If you were, let's say we were to drive into Canada or something like that, across lines where they go by kilometers per hour, you could change, or that's kilometers per liter, so that's actually your miles per gallon changing. This is interesting. I don't know what navigation info. See, I wish the navigation info actually did pop up on this screen. I don't know why it says this checkbox here. And you'd have to kind of play with it to see while you're driving to see what happens. Temperature, you can change that there. So there's a lot of things that's buried. You know, you think these are just very simple computers, but there's a lot that's buried in these screens if you kind of dig through that I think is pretty interesting. So that's that. But I think, so for this screen here, the main thing is knowing you can turn hill assist off there. A lot of that other stuff you have to play with, and I don't even know, you know, really what you're going to get out of it. But so what I just did there was I turned off the vehicle graphic. So now instead of the vehicle being over in this section, it's just more clear. It's a more clean look of the thing. And really, I don't need ever use that vehicle, you know, look. So I'm actually going to change that and keep it off. So let's take a look at this screen now. All right, so let's go start out. This is a really nice screen that I like to go to. Basically, you know, it shows you your navigation while you're driving. It shows the music that you have playing. It shows if your iPhone's connected, whatever. From this screen, you can click on the music that you want to go to. You can click sources here, so you can do the Bluetooth, Sirius, CD, AM, FM, all the normal stuff. But now there's also some other things. There's text messages. There's all that stuff. I actually don't have the text messages saved on here, and really what I'd like to do is do the sync version 2.2 update. If you go into your settings here, there's actually a Wi-Fi that you'll see, so you can view the networks here, and there you go. What I've tried to do in the past is actually do Wi-Fi tethering with my phone and connect it so I could update to version 2.2 of Sync. The nice thing about 2.2 is you get Apple CarPlay with it, so it would be really nice and easy to integrate my phone with the car. I'd really like to be able to do that. Just haven't spent the time to go to someone's house, park it in the garage, get on the network. I've had some issues connecting with Wi-Fi, but it is nice that the car has that, and you think for a Ford Focus to have that, that's really cool. Audio screen, phone screen's pretty straightforward. Navigation screen, there's a couple things you can do here. You can go to the navigation settings. One of my favorite things about this navigation is the fact that you're able to, it's really intuitive. So if I pinch the screen like this, it's actually, it zooms in, zooms out. So it's just really simple to use. I like it. I just like it so much. Hit that button there that I just hit, and it kind of recenters everything. Let's go into the settings here, or the applications. So this is where it would be cool. If I had Apple CarPlay, it would say, any applications that I have would be set up right on this screen. Let's see. Some general settings. So again, the temperature, language, distance, screen. If I don't want it to beep while I'm doing things, I can turn that off. Now when I click, it does whatever. So see how it says Sync 3 software version 1.1. There's now a 2.2 here. So that would be interesting to see. I don't know if the 18s actually come with that. You guys that bought 18s, I know a bunch of you have. Let me know. But there's a master reset button. Master. Back. Serious. Yeah, I mean, there's pins, there's all kinds of stuff. So voice control, there's some interesting things here. Like, for example, there's phone confirmation. When you're using the Bluetooth a lot in this car, which I do, it's always like, are you sure you want me to call so-and-so? And I actually turn that off. Just makes things quicker. So that's kind of nice. I would definitely play around with that. Let's click on display here. You can mess with your brightness, auto dimming, all that kind of stuff. Basically, it'll switch to nighttime and daytime. You can do that manually. I don't know why you would do that. But you'll notice sometimes if you take your car to the shop and they, for some reason, turn the lights off manually, you'll have, in the night, your screen's like really bright and you're like, what the hell? It's because your lights aren't on and it's on automatic mode, meaning it will switch over. It'll sense that it's nighttime because the lights are on. So that's kind of nice. Valet mode I've never used, but basically I think it takes the car and really powers it down so they can't do anything stupid. No, I don't wish to continue. So I've never done that, but it's nice that it has that. Again, just there's so much in this that it has. On the navigation screen, you can go into map preferences. You can turn on 3D city models, which I do. It's rare when you come upon a city that actually has this, unless you're in like New York, Los Angeles. I think Phoenix, there's a couple areas where it is 3D. Breadcrumbs. Let's see what that is. So route tracking on the navigation map. Oh, basically shows where you've been. Makes sense. Breadcrumbs. Incident map locations. Yeah, so this is cool too. This screen here, you can check if there's, you know, what you want to show up. If you don't care if there's road work, if you don't care if there's accidents, but you care that there's difficult driving conditions, you can check those boxes in the screen. So, yeah, it's really nice. There's a lot that you can play with on this and set the car up to exactly how you're going to be using it on a daily basis, and I think that's really cool. Route preferences, always use fastest route, of course. Use HOV lanes. See, sometimes it actually has you go on the HOV lanes out in Phoenix. It doesn't realize it's telling you to use an HOV, and it can screw you up if you're not paying attention. So they need to fix that, but again, I mean, even Apple's navigation will do that. Eco time penalty. What? No time penalty. Preferred route, always fastest. Yeah, we already went over that. Navigation preferences, guidance prompts. I just have the bell, the tones only, because when you're talking on the phone or you're listening to music, it'll dim it down. And you hear this stupid voice, please take an exit onto I-95 North for 3 miles. It's like, oh my God, I want to get back to the song. So I just have the tone, so it just makes a little ding just to remind me, because sometimes I'm driving, just enjoying the car, and I'm not paying attention to the navigation screen. So it's, I just have the ding just as a reminder, but you can, again, turn that totally off. General settings, I think we already went through this, yes. Sound, there's stuff you can do here. There's a speed adaptive volume. I have it on medium. I'm actually going to put that on high right now because sometimes it doesn't quite adjust enough. If I have the windows down and I'm going fast, the song, I don't want to have to move my hand to turn up the volume. I just want it to do it on its own. So I put it on high sensitivity to see if that'll kind of help things out. Now here's something else that's cool. Let's say, you know, when your car is low on fuel, which this is not right now, on the screen, if you have the navigation up, the gas stations will populate in the area. Really cool feature. I think it's when you get under 50 miles of gas left, it pops up of all that stuff. Now, it has my work is 14 minutes from here. Home is 0 minutes because I'm home. So just nice little things. You know, if I want to go home, I just hit the button. It takes me right away. There's no like, are you sure? Just, it's navigating. So that's cool. You have search. Now, when you search, it's cool because it's just a keypad. So if I want to type in, let's say, Dobson Ranch Golf. So see how quick that is? And there it is. Pops up right away. Do I want to call them? Do I want more information? Let's see, what other info do they have? Yeah, there's the website right there. 72 hole, 18 hole golf course in Mesa. It's really impressive. I mean, it has the star ratings, it has all this stuff. So, and you can see how intuitive that is to use. That's a huge selling point for me on this car, is to have such a great navigation system, because there's so many cars. I mean, I just recently drove the BMW M2. I drove my friend Dana's NSX. I actually didn't look much at the navigation system, which why would you on that car? But you could just see how great this is, and you don't have to have a Focus ST to have this system. Any Ford with Sync 3 has this, so that's it's pretty sweet. I have some the videos coming up are going to be some upgrade videos. I've been hiding this for you all for too long. I did get a tune for the car. Which one, you'll have to wait and see, and I do have the charge pipe that I still need to put on my car. So that is all coming, I promise. I've literally had this tune for months, and I'm having issues getting it downloaded onto my computer. I'm just having some issues, and I just have to leave it at that, because I have a really good video coming up. So that's what I'm working on. If you like this video and you're still with me, go ahead and drop a like on it. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this to over 100,000 subscribers as soon as possible. The lady that works here is looking at me like I'm a weirdo making videos in my car with the AC off, which is, I guess that is weird. Woo! It's hot in here. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions on this system here, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of comments kind of helping each other out, but I hope that kind of gets you started and gets you looking through these screens, because there's a lot in there. There's a lot that's worth looking at and setting up so your car is perfect when you're enjoying it and out driving it. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon. Estou de olho nela.